Hey there friends, welcome back to my channel Mystic Magic. In today's video we are going to be doing a reading on this new moon in Virgo that's happening August 27th, 2022. This is a general reading for the collective, so there are no piles to choose from today. In a minute, I am going to be briefly talking about what this new moon is all about and the energy that's surrounding it. So if you're not interested in hearing about that, you can scroll down to the description box or the pinned comment and skip ahead to the reading. A couple of quick disclaimers before we start. Tarot is just a tool that reads the current energy, and energy is always changing, so remember that you have free will and the power to create change. Keep in mind this is a general reading, so take the messages that resonate and leave the rest behind. Don't try to force all the messages to fit you and your life. There could simply just be messages here that are meant for other people watching that just aren't meant for you. So with all of that being said, let's talk about this new moon. As we know in the lunar cycle, new moons represent new beginnings, setting intentions, starting new projects, and manifesting. In the mutable earth sign of Virgo, this new moon is a great opportunity to revamp your routine and health goals by identifying what's no longer working and trying things in a new way that lead to efficient productivity. Virgo loves to analyze things down to the tiniest detail and seeks utmost perfection, so try not to be too hard on yourself or others when it comes to your ambitions or getting things done. While Earth is quite solid and structured, this is a time to be flexible and open-minded when it comes to matters of the physical realm. So think matters related to making money, creating schedules and plans, and also matters of the home. This new moon also forms a square with Mars and Gemini in the 10th house, which can create a lot of pent-up energy and aggression. So you may find it really difficult to stay still, physically or mentally, and you may struggle to complete tasks as well, especially related to work or studies. Be cautious of heated arguments with others. Virgo really enjoys being in service to others, but also make sure that you're creating time to tend to your own needs too. So in regards to our reading today, what we're going to do is first take a look at some oracle cards, which will help us to identify the overall energy that this new moon is bringing us. Then we'll get more clarity with the tarot and then end the reading off with some advice and guidance. So I'm going to put the tarot off to the side for now. And we are going to start by taking a look at the overall energy. So we have duality. The frequency of duality supports our ability to gracefully flow with the everlasting movement among all opposites. We have balance. We have healing chaos. And then we actually got two of these spirit animal cards. So we have the hyena and we also have the bat. Wow, this is pretty crazy. Wow, you guys. Okay, I gotta say it's kind of funny because the full moon in Aquarius that we had a couple of weeks ago, if you watched my video, I was talking about how that full moon really felt like a new moon because there was a lot of messages and energy about like manifesting and like new things coming in. And this new moon, the energy that I'm picking up, it really feels like a full moon. It feels like a lot about releasing, and I mean, we're gonna have to get into it, but I'm not really getting a lot of like manifesting kind of vibes. This feels like, what's the word? Okay, if you've ever worked in retail, you know when you do like once a quarter or something like that, when you have to do inventory, this feels like taking inventory, which honestly, like, I'm not super surprised because we know how organized Virgos love to be. Everything has to be in order. Everything has to be, you know, efficient, productive. All the parts need to be working together and operating smoothly. So, okay, let's talk about these cards. The fact that we have duality and we have balance here, I mean, like, Spirit is really emphasizing these messages today. But I think I actually, okay, bear with me. There's a lot of there's a lot of messages here, but I think I'm actually going to start with Healing Chaos, which I actually really, really love this card a lot. To me, this is kind of feeling like the light at the end of the tunnel. If things have been feeling really busy, really chaotic, and like, I don't know, maybe shit's been hitting the fan or something, Spirit is saying that all of this that's happening has actually been divinely planned and orchestrated, and it's not happening as a punishment. It's not happening to you. It's actually happening for you, okay? Because when you think about it, like tornadoes, like we see in this picture, of course they're destructive. I mean, anything that stands in their way is going to be completely just ripped apart, you know, dispersed, displaced, thrown around everywhere. But we often don't think about how that could be a positive thing too sometimes. The fact that, you know, any trees that have been thrown down may have destroyed habitats for some animals, but have created shelter for others, or created opportunities for others. Or how, you know, it tills the soil, it spreads seeds, it allows for pollination. Like, there's a lot of different positive aspects to this as well, but we tend to not see those things because we get so caught up in the destruction, which, I mean, you know, that's totally normal. Of course, we're going to be more focused on what's falling apart when we're in the heat of the moment. But if you look, this card also has all of these butterflies going around this tornado. So know that this chaos is meant to be a transformative process. And okay, I'm hearing some of you have been trying to manifest a change of some kind, and it's like, now that all of this stuff is going on, it's like, you're like, oh my god, why is this happening? Like, I don't understand why this is happening. And Spirit's like, honey, you literally asked. This is what I'm hearing. Like, honey, you literally asked for this. Now, you may not have realized, you know, how your manifestations or how these things will come to be, but Spirit is saying that things need to be rearranged in order for whatever you're asking for to come in. And I understand how it kind of doesn't make sense when you're in it. It's hard to see it when you're in it, and I've been there too, where it's like, maybe you're really unsatisfied, or things have been really stuck, really stagnant, really boring, and you're like, God, like, I need something different. I need this to change. And then the change comes and you're like, whoa. Like, what's going on? This is a little much now. And these moments tend to happen when we're trying to manifest something that we're not in alignment with. And so all of this chaos comes in to rearrange the parts and to bring us into alignment with the thing that we're asking for. Okay, so this is especially in regards to if you're trying to manifest something that's really big. Now, like, I say that loosely because size doesn't matter to the universe, but it's like things from our own perspective, right? So, for example, something big, maybe if you're super, super single, and you're like, I want to marry my soulmate, and that's what I'm trying to manifest. It's like, you can absolutely manifest that, but like one step at a time. First you gotta like, you know, cleanse all the emotional baggage, tie off all those old chapters. You gotta meet your soulmate. You know what I mean? It's like there's things that we gotta do before this manifestation can actually come in. So this is the kind of energy that I'm picking up. And with the bat and the hyena here, if you've been doing your shadow work, this is major confirmation from spirit that what you have been doing is working, and it's bringing you into alignment with what you actually do want. It's bringing you back into a balanced state, and this period of chaos is not going to last forever. If you haven't been doing shadow work, this is your sign from spirit that there are things under the surface, maybe things that you've been trying to ignore, trying to push away, trying to deny maybe, that really need your attention. And by confronting these things and working through them is going to put you on the path to alignment and allow you to easily bring in whatever it is that you want. Now with the duality here, I'm noticing that the card number is number 18. So it's making me think of the moon in tarot. And again, like a lot of subconscious healing going on. A lot of really deep emotional healing is going on at the moment. Definitely from your root and your sacral chakra. I would say your heart chakra as well. And I'm also getting the crown chakra for some of you. And it's interesting because we have the full moon here in the bat, and then we have the first quarter moon here in the hyena. So I'm feeling like we're in the new moon now. The next full moon, I think, is September 10th. And I think it's the, what would that be? Full moon in Pisces. I'll put it up on the screen if I'm wrong. So sometime between now and the next full moon, I see a lot of this healing happening, and I see a lot of, I like, it's like things are reaching their climax and then they're simmering down. That's the kind of energy that I'm getting here. And this duality card is also, I'm also getting this message of integration. So not only is there healing going on here, but I also feel like you're integrating your light and your shadow, you're integrating your masculine and your feminine, you're integrating these lessons that you've learned, these spiritual upgrades that you've been going through, and you're gonna be in a much more grounded, stable, calm position is the message that I'm getting. Like Spirit's really wanting you to know that this whole chaos, like all of this shit that's been going on, like whatever's been going on for you, it's temporary. It's not gonna last forever, okay? So hang in there. And something else that I'm picking up, so when we talk about chaos is actually related to feminine energy. It's related to the void, it's related to the womb, it's how creation takes place. Creation requires moving energy, which is bringing me back to what I was saying before, which was, you know, if things have been feeling really stuck or like things haven't been moving forward and you've really been like, you know, I need a change, I need to do something different, like universe, spirit guides, like, you know, we need to shake things up. It's like, well, things are being shaken up right now, but it's because it's creating something new for you. So I'm super keen to find out more about this. I'm just going to grab the tarot now and dive straight in. Spirit, what is going on with this new moon in Virgo for the collective, please? Spirit, what can the collective expect with this new moon in Virgo, please? What's going on here? Okay, so, ooh, we have the Two of Wands and the High Priestess. So we have 2 twos coming out. You may be seeing repeating twos. That is a sign from Spirit for you. And it's so funny because we've been talking about duality and balance and all these things, and we have 2 twos coming out. 2 being the number of balance, duality. Okay? Oh my god, and we look at that. Are you serious? With a friggin' moon on the back. Okay. What else, please, Spirit? What is going on with this new moon in Virgo? What can the collective expect? What do we need to know about this, please? I'm getting this message of whatever you've been planning on or working towards has been moving along or making progress behind the scenes. It's like you can't see what's going, like, okay, I see what this is saying. You may not be seeing things happening in the physical yet, but this chaos that's been happening is the first sign for you to know that these plans that you've been working on are starting to shift in your physical environment. So whatever you've been working on, whatever plans that you've been trying to put into motion, you are making progress. There's been a lot happening energetically, subconsciously, and behind the scenes that you can't see yet or haven't been able to see, but it's like your first signs are these, kind of chaotic events that are starting to happen. So like, if something doesn't go through, if something gets canceled, if things aren't initially going according to plan, if this thing comes up, this, that, or the other happens, it's like you may be viewing it as everything going wrong, but Spirit is saying that it's not that everything's going wrong. Spirit is trying to align you with what you want, and this requires moving the chess pieces around the board. And it just so happens that the first signs that you're noticing in your physical environment of these changes and manifestations that you're trying to bring in is this chaos. Okay, but the chaos isn't going to last forever, and after the storm passes, after the dust settles and things come back into balance, it's like these plans that you have or whatever you've been trying to work on is going to be much more aligned with you, your environment, and your energy. Okay, I hope that's making sense. I feel like I'm not explaining that well, but maybe also that's just that Virgo energy of being nitpicky. I really hope that makes sense though. Okay, what else, Spirit? Can we get a few more cards? What can the collective expect? Wow. Speaking of Virgo, of course, we have the Hermit coming out. Wow. Another 9. So repeating 2s, repeating 9s. What else? Let's get one more card. Spirit, can we get one more card, please? What can the collective expect with this new moon in Virgo? Some of you are also going to be going through some kind of like spiritual upgrading. So you may notice that your psychic gifts or psychic abilities are strengthening, or new ones may start coming up. You may start having like paranormal experiences, or just noticing a lot of synchronicities, a lot of messages coming through, little miracles, things that, those like major coincidences that you just stop and you have this big smile on your face and you're like, okay, like I know that that's not a coincidence. Like I know that that's the universe talking to me right now. let's see. What can the collective expect with this new moon, please, Spirit? This new moon in Virgo. Ooh. We also have the world coming out. Yeah, okay. That confirms what I was going to say. Okay. On the back of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles. Didn't I say at the beginning that once all of this passes, that you're going to be in a much more stable, secure, calm place? And look at that, with the King of Pentacles on the back of the deck. Arguably the most stable and secure energy in the tarot. So the other message that I was picking up that I said really got confirmed for me with the world here is the fact that we have these two nines. Nines are all about completion, and it's letting me know that this whole process here is almost done. And with the world here, it's like whether you started this or not, or whether this has started happening for you or not, I feel like this is not an event that's going to be drawn out very long. You know, like the tornado itself, it builds and intensifies, but when it passes through, you know, it passes through pretty quick and then it's over. So I'm kind of feeling like that's going to be the situation here. This is not something that's going to be super drawn out. It's going to happen. It's going to be really crazy, or, you know, feel that way. A lot may come up. Great shifts may happen in a short period of time, but then it's like, then it's over. That's it. And we can all, you know, like the dust settles and we can move forward from it. And with the world here, the world talks about the ending of a major cycle. It talks about closure, and it talks about moving on. In the major arcana, when we get to the world, we go back to the beginning and we start again with the Fool. So this new beginning is coming for you, okay? I'm getting like really strong messages of paying attention to the signs during this time with the High Priestess and the Hermit here. It's the universe and your guides and spirit like are really going to be speaking with you, are really going to be sending you a lot of signs. So pay attention to, specifically like with the High Priestess and the book in her lap, it's like if you read something or come across something, or if somebody sends you a message, you read something somewhere, somebody says something to you. I'm seeing like angel numbers, song lyrics, animals, even colors. Like Spirit's just wanting you to pay attention, and pay attention to how certain things make you feel. And if you're confused, to meditate. With this Two of Wands, kind of like what they're showing me is if you feel like you've been at a crossroads, I'm kind of seeing, you know, when you're driving and there's train tracks, how when a train's coming, it puts those like gates down so that the cars stop driving so the train can pass. It's like they're kind of showing me that where it's like maybe up until now you've really felt like you haven't had a way forward, but it's like they're showing me these Two of Wands kind of going from that to that, and it's like you're no longer blocked, like you can pass through now. And I'm also kind of getting that with the world here, with this you know, there's this like wreath, this circular wreath that she's passing through, transitioning through. So it's like you will be able to move forward again. It's like the path is being cleared for you. Wow, that's it. The path is being cleared for you to walk on. The path is being cleared for you. Okay. I kind of want to know. Let's see. Oh my god, look, and we have another Two of Pentacles coming through. I want to grab a couple cards because I want to know like what we can expect, you know, after. the song After the Storm by Miley Cyrus is coming through. Spirit, what can you tell us about the outcome of this? Like, after the storm passes, after all this is released and things are balanced out, like, what can we expect? What is the outcome of all of this? What is the outcome of all of this? We have the King of Wands, feeling like you're in control. It's like not, I'm like getting this message of like, I'm not the intern anymore, I'm the CEO. Like, I run this shit now. So it's like, I think you're gonna be feeling a lot more confident, a lot more in control. It's like, yeah, this like burst of masculine energy coming through, of wanting to take the lead on things. Ooh, wow, okay. Speaking of control, we also have the Queen of Swords coming through. Yeah, very strong, like empowerment, discernment. And a position of authority that keeps coming up. So whether that has to do with like, you know, a literal job position, like you could be promoted, or like, I don't know, becoming the head of the family or something like that, or this is just about taking control of your life, or taking control of the path that you're on, the direction that you're moving in. Wow, we also have death coming up. Yeah, like very deep spiritual transformation happening here. And again, talking about power. It keeps coming up with the Eight of Swords on the back. So literally being liberated from any of these ties, any of these fears, illusions that have been holding you back from being in your full power, from embracing your full power. And I see that we have the Queen of Wands under that. You're really going to be stepping into your power after all of this is done. And it's like, the energy that I'm picking up is so boss-like. Like, this is bad bitch energy. And I don't care if you identify as a man or a woman, or however you identify, this is bad bitch energy, okay? Like, you can be a guy and you can still be a bad bitch, all right? I'm seeing someone who's really confident, someone who's really sure of themselves, someone who is just in control, Like, I don't even know how else to explain that. It's like someone who's proactive. It's like, let me get on top of all of this stuff and like make a plan before anything goes wrong. It's like, I've not only sorted out plan A and the best course of action, but I've got plan B, plan C, plan D all worked out just in case. Like, if this thing comes up, we'll do this. If that thing happens, I have a plan for it. It's like you're just feeling really sharp mentally, and you have all of these contingencies in place. I don't know, you guys. Like, we're all going to be bossing up in a major way here. Okay, let's move forward. I want to take a look at some advice for you. So we have loneliness. I know that I am never alone. And then we also have failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. Yeah, okay. This totally makes a lot of sense. Because I feel like you've been sitting there for some time trying to make something happen, and it's like you've been feeling like you've been stuck in the planning stages, and you like just can't seem to get ahead or like get out of that planning stage and into a stage where you're actually taking action towards things. And like we've discussed, it's because Spirit is trying to clear the path for you. So recognizing that up until now, it's not that you've been failing. but it's an opportunity to learn about something before stepping into that period of action. There's important lessons and growth that needs to happen first, because the person who you will become during those trials and tribulations is the person that you need to be in order to really take on what's coming after that. It's like these lessons that you learn and the growth that you're going through is going to help you on this path as you move forward, okay? So you're not a failure. Your project isn't a failure. Whatever you've been trying to work on here is not a failure, okay? Your success is coming. And understand that anything that doesn't work out is an opportunity to learn and grow and to do better. Like that quote by Thomas Edison is coming to mind, where he said something like, I haven't failed to make a light bulb 1,000 times. I only learned 1,000 ways not to do it. And that's the same kind of energy that I'm picking up here. It's like, if he didn't fail 1,000 times, he would have never gone to the point where he actually succeeded in doing it. And every time he failed, he learned something really invaluable about electricity and how things work, right? And it's like, can you imagine he didn't do that? I'd be sitting right now with like 50 candles around me just so that you could see me. And wow, are you serious? I didn't even fucking realize. Wow. Speaking of lights and candles, look at that on this loneliness card. Whew, I have goosebumps. It's also making me think of the card from the Tea Leaf Oracle deck, which I did use, but the candle card in that deck, it says like, you will be shown the way. And that's what Spirit's saying. It's like, you will be shown the way. Like, we are clearing the path for you. You're never alone. Like, you're always being surrounded by divine love, by your guides, by your ancestors, your soul tribe, okay? And you're not in this alone. You're never doing this alone. So if you're having a hard time letting go and releasing, or you're having a hard time dealing with any of these struggles that have been coming up, like, you're not going through that alone. Okay, you're not going through that alone. We also have a win-win outcome as forecast, full moon in Libra. And again, look at this. We have the scales. Put this on the side. And we also have be bold and make the first move, cardinal moon. That, you guys, I can't. With this King of Wands, Queen of Swords, and how I was also seeing the Queen of Wands under the deck, I was saying it's like you're in this position of power, wanting to take the lead on things, the strong masculine energy coming through, and we have the cardinal energy. And Libra is a cardinal sign. So it would be Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn are the cardinal signs of the zodiac. So you may have one of those placements, but you certainly don't have to. But it's about embodying that kind of energy. The cardinal signs are the signs that initiate. They are the first sign of that particular season. So Aries is the first sign of the spring. Cancer, first sign of summer. You know what I mean? It's like they initiate. And Spirit is saying, your time to take the lead is coming soon. And that the outcome is favorable. A win-win outcome is forecast. So don't feel like you're failing here. Don't feel like you're being held back as a punishment. This is not a punishment. This is the arrow being drawn back so that you could be shot forward into your future, into your destiny, into your alignment, into your manifestations, okay? And again, with all of this like pinky purple kind of energy. I'm like, again, being taken back to the heart chakra and the crown chakra. So you might want to do a meditation focusing on those chakras, like listen to singing bowls or something like that, or just focus on that energy. You could also use crystals like selenite, clear quartz, rose quartz, anything pink, green, or clear or white will be really, really helpful for you. Okay, and then speaking of the Tea Leaf Oracle deck, I have a few more messages. These could represent blessings, challenges, or just anything else that you need to know about this new moon. So we have, look at that, tortoise slowly but surely getting ahead. It's like what I just said, the arrow's being drawn back so that you can shoot forward. Right now you need to be the tortoise, but soon you'll be in a position where you can be the hare and you can take off. You can use this burst of energy and motivation to move forward. Okay, we also have a shield. You need to defend yourself. We have whale, great worry over nothing. Like, yes. Okay, we also have desk, pay attention to your work. And we also have the month of January. So I mentioned Capricorn with the cardinal signs, and you know that Capricorn is like end of December to endish of January. So I feel like the period between now and Capricorn season, or at the beginning of 2023, is going to be really significant for you. Spirit is saying that you are being so protected right now with this. It's not that you need to defend yourself. Spirit is saying like you're being protected. You're being watched over and like you don't have to worry about anything, as we have literally right here with the whale, great worry over nothing. What's that expression, making a mountain of a molehill? That's coming to mind. And with this desk here, pay attention to your work. It's actually bringing me back to the message that I was getting with the High Priestess, where I'm like, I feel like, I don't know, you're going to be getting some kind of like message or news or something. I kind of want to, and with, there's these quills on the desk, but it's like the feathers are really sticking out to me. I'm going to grab a card. Spirit, what is this message with the High Priestess and the desk, please? What is this message? Ooh, okay, that was quick. 7 of Wands. Okay. So with the 7 of Wands coming out and then 8 of Pentacles on the back of the deck, and I'm looking at the shield because it says you need to defend yourself. The 7 of Wands typically shows someone who's defending themselves, like literally. But the message that I'm getting is Spirit is saying these synchronicities that you'll be seeing are going to be reminders for you not to give up, not to quit. Don't back down. Don't stop. Now I'm hearing don't stop believing. But like literally, don't stop believing. Don't stop fighting for this. Don't stop working towards this. Okay? Now you don't need to be forceful with it, but don't let this idea of failure or idea that things are moving slowly, things aren't happening. Spirit is saying, don't you worry. We're clearing the path for you and everything is going to be good for you to go as soon as it's ready. And these signs that you'll be receiving are going to be reminders and encouragement from you not to give up and to continue focusing on whatever this thing is that you're trying to make happen here, okay? Our last 2 cards are self-care cards. These are going to be helpful ideas for you to take care of yourself during this new moon. So we have clear your energy field. Oh, wow, these blues match like perfectly. Okay, and we literally have sync with the moon. Wow, you know, that's crazy because I was saying at the beginning, we had a full moon, we had the first quarter moon, we got another full moon here. We have is this the waxing crescent? I think so. If I'm wrong, I'll put it up. But Spirit's really encouraging you to work with this new moon, and not just this new moon, but also especially the next full moon, because like I talked about at the beginning, like I feel like it's like in the short term between now and the full moon, I feel like something's gonna happen, and then in a longer term between now and January / Capricorn season is like the long range of this. Also, I literally like these blues match perfectly, and these pinks are like also on point. Thank you, Spirit, for being so aesthetically pleasing today. And with clear your energy field, yeah, especially with all this releasing, all this shadow work, you know, you're worrying, you're stressed. I get that. This is why it's so important to really cleanse and clear your energy. So if you have tools like Palo Santo, sage, incense, you can use those to cleanse your energy field. You can light a candle and ask your guides or ask the universe to cleanse your energy for you. You can take a salt bath. You can go earthing. You can go outside in nature and ask Mother Gaia to cleanse your energy. Okay, there's a lot of different options that you can use, even using crystals like selenite. And personally, I also like to use labradorite for cleansing my energy. So find what works best for you or whatever is accessible to you. And it'll really help to just clear all this energy away and free you from that. Okay, guys, this is everything that I'm seeing. Let me know in the comments how this resonated for you. Thank you so much for letting me read for you today. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, friends.